Well, hello again. This is BJ back to talk to you, also known as George Zarski. Hey, I wanted to show you something here. When I was younger, and I'm 72 years old now, but when we did music back in the day, and when people did it long before that, this is how music was written. Most of you will recognize this. This is notes, quarter notes, whole notes. It's this is what it looks like. Now that song right there is "If You Go Away." There are three other pages to this sheet I just showed you that we have to line up and play as you're recording or on stage if someone needs to have the music. Well, in Nashville, they came up with this idea that we would take that and we'd change it into a number system. This here, I'm going to show you, is all you need to do that same song of 4 pages. And this is what we did. It's numbered. Look at that. Can you believe that? Those are numbers of 6, 4, 1, 5, 3, whatever it may be. Each one tells you if it's a high note, sharp, flat, just turn around. If it's a chorus, how many beats were you playing? Like a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, double two. It's the same thing, but it's all done by number. And it makes the song a little bit easier to play, especially if you're on stage, because I bet you most of you don't know that guitar players and people who are sitting on a stage playing, sometimes they got so many songs that they got to remember. If they take a paper just like this, they make it a little bit larger with numbers you can read, and they put it down on the floor and it's taped by their feet. And when they're playing, they're actually going and looking down, sometimes seeing what it is they're playing. Now, they still play without it, but sometimes when they're lost or sometimes when they need something, it's right there. And it's so quick to look at because you don't have dozens. An orchestra would have pages upon pages of this that they got to turn and they got to turn and they got to turn. They could put it on something like this, maybe only end up with 1 or 2 pages to turn. Who knows? So it's interesting. I just thought you might find that interesting to know that's how we do things. Now, when we go in a studio, we're not in the same room most of the time. They show you in the movies and stuff, everybody's in one room and everybody's doing whatever. Not so. We have to separate because you don't want the piano to override onto the tape of the guitar. You don't want this. Some of them are wired in so that they can't override, but even playing them, you can pick up sounds and noises. So we separate the piano, we separate to this, we separate to that. We can see each other through glass, and then we can give each other kind of ideas of where we're going and what we want to do. We have headsets on so that we can hear what each is doing, and that's pretty much what you do. It's not like there's a big orchestra sitting there playing. No, it don't happen like that. And you can't stand there in the same room going, well, today's my day to be here because it's going to go on every one of those mics and it's going to go all over the place. And when you play the piano part, son, you can hear, I was here today. It can't happen. So we have to keep the tracks clean. So just so you know, if you've never been in a studio, it's really not always what they show you on TV. Oh, they'll show you on, people in there singing while they're doing, and that's great. That's really great. It shows you whatever, but it's not exactly how it happens. So I just wanted you to get an idea that we found better ways to do things that took longer and shorter, and you know, putting a song together, it's not always that easy. It takes time. Sometimes it takes a long time. Sometimes a short time. Sometimes you get it on the first take. The good thing is that when you track a song, each instrument is on its own track, and this is where a click track comes in. And I told you before, I don't use click tracks. A click track is like they used to use, and you see it on a piano in the old days stuff going click, 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 click. What that was for was to tell you the beat, how fast we're going, how quickly the song is or slowly. So let's say that the guitar player missed a part, or he wasn't even there that day. So he comes to the studio and you say, I need you to add the guitar behind the song we just did. Well, he goes in, they start up the song, they put all the tracks on, and you hear the click, 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 click. And he says, oh, okay. And he plays along with it, do, 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 do. And that's great because now he knows exactly where to go because the quick track told him where to go. But when you don't use a quick track, when you do what we do, which I do, everybody's playing what they feel. Everybody's playing magic. So all of a sudden, the tick, 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 tick is no longer there. It's, I went down to the end of the day. It's all broken up. It's going places. Wow. So now the guitar player has to listen. He's coming in, he's listening. And all of a sudden he's, because he's got to find where it went. And you know what happens? I'm going to tell you, it sounds live, it's magic. And it gives you some of the greatest stuff you've ever heard. And that's why our music, that's why BJ Cooper and George Zarsky music's so good. Because we play it as if you're sitting in front of us listening. We try to make it as real and as live as we can. And we try to take songs that you've heard before and change them enough to make you want to listen to them again. And sometimes we fool you. You hear an entrance, you hear this, you hear that, and you think, wow, what is that song? And all of a sudden, here we are. And you're like, wow. So just enjoy, because that's what we do. We enjoy making it, we enjoy recording it. And I'd like you to go to my YouTube. I'd like you to go to my BJ Cooper, online. You'll find all kinds of stuff. I mean, Amazon, Softy, Walmart. Here, I don't care where you go, you're going to find BJ Cooper and George Zdarsky music. And you're going to find a lot of my videos and stuff. I need you to subscribe. Subscribing helps a lot. It tells us that we're getting attention. It tells us that we're getting you to like what we do. So please subscribe. And at the same time, maybe, just maybe buy a couple songs here and there so that I have a little more money to put into making music, because I've already invested a lot of my money and a lot of my time over the years. And I don't mind doing it because I love it so much and I love offering it for you to hear it. But it does help to get a little bit back. So I hope that you will listen. I hope you enjoy. I hope you subscribe. And I hope you'll be looking for some more of these videos. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.